right? Now, how can your payroll help with compliance and governance in your organization? This minister and natural conversationalist has some good news. Make welcome Dodge Renewal, Commercial Manager for Audit and Analytics at MC Systems.
Everyone, this is a day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I am delighted to be here. This is the age of technology. And my son this morning on my way in from St. Thomas said to me, "Daddy, what is a robot taxi?" I said to him, a robot taxi is a taxi that is not licensed to carry people carrying them. He said, "No, Dad. No, Dad. A robot taxi is a taxi that is a car that is programmed to pick up and deliver people." Now, having said that, I would like to introduce to you something that we have spent a lot of time in the lab to prepare and to package for you. It's called Payroll Audit Made Easy. We have spoken to many of you, understood the issues you are facing in terms of doing an audit for payroll, and we have come up with a prepackaged solution that its overall objective really is to identify those high-risk areas of fraud and abuse, as well as providing access to management for those records, as well as helping the organization through its controlled professionals to manage and monitor those key controls that were set up in the organization. There are some benefits to be derived from this. One is to reduce the payroll cost by identifying and eliminating errors and abuses, to enhance reputation, which is very critical in this age, as well as to provide transparency and reliance on data. I'm going to give you a little peek into what we have produced, and at the end of it, I'll show you a single interface that you will be able to do just one click. We have done all the work for you and will present one window for you to click and unfold this payroll audit solution. Now, the first is we'd like to identify whether persons are being paid that shouldn't be paid. You have been terminated. Why is it that this person is still on the payroll? We have a test that is able to identify persons who have been terminated, but yet you're still on the payroll. Also, ghosts, dead, created, does not exist in real life, but you're on the payroll. Wouldn't you like to know these people and eliminate them? Not necessarily kill them, but eliminate them. You'd want to know that as well. Another is to have a look at persons who are working overtime excessively. And when there is a spike in your pay, unusual bonuses, the system is designed to pick these up for you as well. If there are duplicate payments, so one person is being paid multiple times within a payroll cycle, we want to understand these people being paid twice in 1 month, and you are employed to one organization and you are to be paid monthly. Twice per month, fortnightly, fine, but monthly, you should be paid once per month. The system is designed to identify these. Another important benefit is that there are times when the records are corrupt or incomplete, so it prohibits the correct and accurate reporting from the control professionals. So this is important, a benefit to be derived from this payroll solution. Another is that we are very creative, not just in Jamaica, but right across the globe. One single employee is posing as a multiple employee, one single individual. So you find that the same TRN, the same NIS is being used, one person, but yet posing as several persons. The system is so designed by the algorithm that is set up in the background, all this hard work I told you about, to present this finding to you. There is a situation that persons are starting a job, but you end up on the payroll before you actually start the job. New employees receiving payments prior to start date. Sounds perhaps strange to some of us, but indeed, since this solution has been implemented, we have returned positive findings where persons are getting paid before you actually start the job. Wow, maybe I could get a job like that. In the wee hours of the morning, ladies and gentlemen, when you should be in your bed sleeping, persons are at the office or at the back end making changes at unusual hours. The system is designed with logs, so we track everyone that goes in, goes out, every record that is affected. The system is designed to release that information. Even if you're on vacation and you tap into the environment, the system keeps a log of every single action that is taken, and that can be shared with other members of the team. So, the final one here is the bonus, unusual employee bonus increase. We've found many control professionals so smart that they give themselves increases, bonuses that were not approved. The solution is able to provide you with assurance that as it relates to the audit of your payroll, you're able to use an X-ray, as it were, to discern what has happened within the organization. Now, this is what I promised you. By the way, MC Systems is like that. We deliver what we promise. What you're seeing here is a single interface. All that I've said before is being represented in this single interface. By one click, you're able to generate a report. All of what I've said before, you're able to generate one report on each of these. You can represent that result in terms of a table, graph, visual, pictures mean 1,000 words, or for those who are technology, the term I'm trying to find. Anyway, savvy, thank you. Technology savvy. You can always have a look at the logs. Everything that takes place in the background can be shared amongst the team. So you're able to click from here, run these reports, share these reports, attach them to board reports, and that's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nakita, and joining me this morning is Samantha. Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Nikita. Good morning, everyone. My name is Samantha. We thank you for taking the time to be with us today. On behalf of MC Systems, welcome, welcome, welcome.
We promise to tell you about the latest technologies in payroll, and we shall deliver on that. And we will make sure it is a meaningful day for you. I will be your host for the day. We will have presentations from the TAJ and MC Systems.
We have been working on a piece of breakthrough tech, which we know will change the way you think about payroll and your staff. We are going to reveal that this morning, and 2 attendees will win a prize of money today. You didn't expect that, did you?
I'm sure you didn't. Now, here's something else you might not have expected. A confessed chocoholic gym buff. Yes, you heard me. The person who is coming to bring you the official welcome from MC Systems is a chocoholic gym buff. He's also the Assistant General Manager in charge of Research and Business Development. Everyone, a warm greeting for Colin McGann.
That's funny. Ms. Maris Horton, Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Tax Administration, Jamaica. Mr. Onika Miller, Managing Director of the MCS Group and Chairman of MC Systems. Mr. Dwayne Russell, General Manager, MC Systems. Mr. Chad Gordon, Commercial Manager, Payroll Solutions, MC Systems. Payroll administrators, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone this morning to our 2018 Jamaica Payroll Conference, which is being held under the theme, Payroll Decoded, Simplifying the Latest Payroll Technologies. I also extend our appreciation to Tax Administration Jamaica for partnering with us on this innovative conference. This is a partnership which is mutually beneficial. Other partners who are on board with us today include the National Housing Trust and National Insurance Scheme. A friend of mine who once lived in India told me that at some companies in that country, the payroll clerks were facetiously called the gods or goddesses of wealth. And that payday was the one work day that nobody missed, because every employee had to line up at a payroll clerk's desk to collect their pay. However, in today's technology-driven workplace, that type of ritual has faded away, as most companies now deliver their employees' salaries directly into current accounts at the bank. In Jamaica, some companies deliver their salary payments in a little brown envelope, and that custom has also had its day, as we also deliver salaries via deposits to bank accounts as requested by the employees. We have therefore come a long way from gods and goddesses of wealth and brown envelopes, given the primacy of payroll technology. Payroll Decoded is that type of conference which the renowned technology innovator, the late Steve Jobs, was thinking about when he said that innovators distinguishes between a leader and a follower. At MC Systems, we consider ourselves as leaders in technology, and it is our hope that this conference will allow you to experience innovations which have been designed to make an already robust and reliable payroll solution even better for your company. We're also working on a game-changing platform which will disrupt the way your employees experience a difference in payroll service. We will share more about this revolutionary solution later this morning. This conference will also include robust discussions on subjects such as cutting-edge technology in the market, avoiding threshold abuse, and tax incentives for employers, as well as other relevant topics. Once again, I thank you for attending this conference, which will be replete with information and strategies that will enhance the delivery of payroll services to your employees. On behalf of MC Systems and Tax Administration Jamaica, welcome to Payroll Decoded.
The MC Systems Jamaica Payroll Conference 2018 is an eco-friendly event where conference materials are available electronically.
Meet David. 2 weeks ago, he had to pay for the repairs on the family car. And in another week, he has to pay school fees for his children. It's the middle of the month and David could do with a little help. So he is handing in his documents to HR for the loan. What will happen next? In a few moments, we will show and tell just how different things could be for David.
But before that, we need to hear from a Manchester United fan, not about Man U, thankfully, but about payroll technologies. Technologies he says are created for people. And now here is the General Manager for MC Systems, Dwayne Russell.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasant welcome to you all. This is a great day for us to speak about technology and what's cool about it and how technology has improved our lives. I have a confession to make, and this is a secret I want to be kept within this forum. I love technology, okay? I love it. I think with technology, we can achieve amazing things. The workforce is changing. Businesses are changing how they do business. The technology that runs businesses must change, or businesses will die. Is this new to you? Do we agree? So we know that. We know that change is a must. How many of us have actually installed software, uninstalled software, download, upload, debug, find out what ASCII file means, take screenshots of an application for troubleshooting. We've all done that because it is now a part of our lives. So we not only use technology when we are working within our businesses, we use technology within our personal time. So you have not only seen and heard changes as it relates to technology, you have been living technology. And in living technology, you expect changes. The world now is about instant messages, daily updates, and upgrades to all manner of things. How many of us have changed our phone every 2-3 years? All of us, great. But why? Why have we done that? Because of change and the constancy of change. And this is what we will talk about today. Change. More specifically, change in technology and what that's doing to our lives. We're going to look briefly at trends as it relates to people management in businesses. We're going to then segue into new technologies as it relates to payroll. And then my colleague Chad will show us some of the new things that MC System has changed with the services that we're delivering. One of the major changes that has taken place in HR in recent years is a greater focus on employee engagement. This is because for many years, companies were far more focused on the external customer than the internal one. But this has now changed. For your line of work, employee engagement and relations is more forefront, and it's even more critical than before. Without people, businesses cannot focus on growth and profitability. People represent important cogs in the wheels of productivity, and they should made to be feel like they matter every day, because they do. You do. According to the 2016 Gallup poll, employee engagement has been pretty stagnant. Only 32% of US workers were engaged in their jobs in 2015, compared to 31.5% in the previous year. Commenting on this report, one writer predicted a trend like this. The fact that engagement has risen to 29% in 2011, we should only expect no more than 3 to 2% growth in 2016. So this change has been slow and steady. But slow and steady is not a bad thing, is it? Is slow and steady a bad thing? As long as we're trending in the right direction, certainly not a bad thing. Another major prediction in 2016 was that technology would focus on the employee. Now, while the prediction explored activities such as appraisals from HR, feedback, or HR-based needs, we at MC Systems sought to specialize in some technology to focus on employees through our payroll. After all, we are techies, and we focus on payroll. Payroll, on the face of it, might seem less exciting than the launch of a new mobile phone. Any iOS S8 holders here? Samsung? Huawei? No? Yet, payroll is equally important to the business. Can you imagine missing that pay date? Can you imagine not being able to process your payroll on time? Can you imagine being the center of attention for your institution? Payroll is an important thing. But now we have to focus on the future of payroll and the technology as it relates to payroll, because this indeed is a fascinating story. Payroll software already makes the running of payroll easy. But don't you think it could be easier? How many of us would like to have a payroll system that's even easier for us? Experts are predicting that payroll service of the future will come stacked with three main things: robotic process automation, RPA, analytics, and mobility. The American Payroll Association points to significant savings that will come from the introduction of RPA. They're suggesting that automation reduces payroll processing costs by as much as 80%. Much of that relating to the reduction of errors in invoices and paychecks. But to be clear, RPA is not about robots only. It's about software automation. It's about augmenting what we do in our daily lives. I know that the response is normally there is a panic when the R word is used, robots. Robots will be taking over our jobs and the future. And it's a nightmare for all of us. We are thinking about situations where there are only robots and life is dismal. To be honest, some aspects of the payroll will be fully automated in the future, but that is a positive thing. You see, we have to imagine a future where systems are working with the people to make things better, where people can set machines to work on areas we have already conquered. But they're still necessary, while we can focus on the things that we are extremely good at: creativity, communication, solving bigger organizational challenges, introducing more innovation that are based on greater human collaboration. That's because RPA in payroll is about making all the normal stuff even more efficient, so we can enjoy life a little better. Next thing that I'd like to speak about is analytics. This morning, a colleague of mine showed you an example of how analytics can be used within payroll to validate the payroll that we're running, to make sure that we discover unforeseen events and reduce errors. Most big businesses are being positioned to use analytics for their decision making, but small businesses need to embrace this as well in order to move to the next level. Let me give you some examples from Jeffrey Joyner, a business writer from the Houston Chronicle, who said, when you look at things such as attendance, you could find that sick days are accruing closer to the end of the year and at special holiday times. How many of us can relate to that? That's not a US thing, is it? It's a people thing. We can use analytics to look at the budgeted costs versus the actual time spent on labor. For example, we could use it to discover low productivity that resulted in higher expenses. We can use it to discover low employee morale, outdated equipment, or ineffective production methods. The data could reveal that turnover is highest in a particular department, and on investigation, you could find that you have a manager who's not really handling the situation quite right. But we can use this information to provide a training opportunity for a manager or to shift to an area which that person is more suited for. That's the power of analytics in the payroll service. Analytics is about providing people an easier way to get insight into additional stuff or information. Sometimes in running the payroll, we spend more time in data entry than looking to see what we're actually paying. Analytics can be used to generate reminders. Remember you didn't pay Dwayne this month? Remember half of your team, your workers are normally paid overtime, but I'm not seeing this in this month's payroll. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of the future of payroll is mobility. And I'm pretty confident that almost all of us right now carries a mobile phone. Yes, we all carry. It's strange how we have changed, that we're quicker to remember that we have left our mobile phone behind than our wallets. Huh? Mobile apps in payroll can go a far way in literally putting some activities in the hands of employees, thus freeing HR colleagues to focus on critical core functions. For example, imagine team members in the field who need to log time or claim reimbursements. They could do so from the app. They don't have to spend money, guests, to come all the way back into office to submit this claim. That's convenience. That's 24/7 service. Employees can access pay slips and important tax information for transactions such as major loans and mortgages. They can also update personal information as required by relevant organizational policies. Apps in payroll are also responsive to the employee of the future. As according to Cisco Mobile Traffic Forecast, incorporating mobile technology has become more important for the employers from the perspective of the millennial workers. Use of smartphones has become an integral part of millennial workers' lifestyle, and thus millennial influence on mobile payroll adoption cannot be ignored. Employers will see a lot of benefits too, as activities as overtime, as mentioned, can be processed on the go. There's one futurist named Dawson who cautioned that because most of what we predict will not happen in the way we expect, the better question is, If it does, what are we going to do? Have you thought about what will happen if all this technology comes to your organization? What are you going to do? At MC Systems, we're big on designing technology for the future. So we've thought about it, and we are ready to lead the change as it relates to payroll technologies. More and more businesses are ensuring that they take care of their people. We are ensuring that the technology is there within those businesses to allow them to do a better job. We are creating technology for you, the business, for us, and for the people. Robotics, analytics, and mobility, we are ready for the future. Now I invite Chad Gordon, our payroll commercial manager, to show you how we have been preparing for this change. Thank you.
Dwayne. Now, do you remember Karen? Let me see who remembers Karen. We do too, and if we had our way, Karen's problem would have been solved already. But there is hope, right, Samantha?
This guy brings some hope to his clients every day. When you went online to register for this conference, you would have seen this dapper man on your screen. He's not just a performance-driven professional. He is also an expert hide-and-seek player. Thanks to his son, MC Systems knows payroll and commercial manager for Payroll Solutions. Chad Gordon is going to tell us why that is. Make him feel welcome.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out today, and we trust that you have garnered some meaningful information so far. I see a lot of people writing. That's good. So, MC Systems. Persons who didn't know about MC Systems, if you didn't know about MC Systems, by coming here today, you would see that we're more than payroll. We are a tech company who also does payroll, and that is important because to deliver to you the technology to process your payroll, you need people who know about software development, but you also need people who know about payroll. So MC Systems gives you that unique combination of the two. At MC Systems, we know payroll. Did I say that already? Okay. We do. So no matter the size of your business, if you're a micro business with one employee, you're a large public or private sector firm, we have a solution for you. So MC Systems has been doing payroll for over 40 years. And as I mentioned earlier also, we are technology innovators. So these are some of the common issues that persons who calculate payroll face. Missing tax payments, miscalculated employee contributions, spending a lot of time monitoring overtime payments. And this will be specific to people who do not use a MC system solution, of course. I think I heard something mentioned earlier by TJ. I don't know if they're trying to give the audience a hint about some system. If you have some issues, well, that wasn't written by us. All right, so basically we have three main solutions: BizPay Enterprise, or Payroll Bureau, and BizPay Central. We also have PowerPay, of course, which some of you are still using. PowerPay was the past. BizPay is the future. We're still supporting PowerPay, by the way. So BizPay Enterprise is our full-featured, all the bells and whistles payroll application. Persons who have large corporations, they have other enterprise systems, accounting systems, HR systems, time and attendance. BizPay Enterprise is for you because BizPay Enterprise integrates with all of these systems. Right, here we go. So, BizPay Enterprise, you have employees that you pay in another currency. BizPay Enterprise is for you. We have multi-currency. You need reporting that's outside of the standard products, the standard reports that are in BizPay. You can go in and create your own reports at will. BizPay Enterprise is for you. Exception reporting and analytics, as my colleague Dodre mentioned this morning, we have a solution for that. Payroll audit made easy. It gives you these reports about ghost employees and other information that you would find useful and you would normally spend a lot of time compiling. We have a solution for that. And importantly, for government, we can report on gratuity. Persons in government organizations, they get gratuity in lieu of pension. BizPay Enterprise is for you. Now, with all the bells and whistles of BizPay, you may not want to do payroll yourself. You may say you can't be bothered with that. TJ was asking some questions earlier about tax credit and all of that. You don't care about that. You want the experts to do it. Our payroll bureau is for you. So we process payroll for you. You just give us the information and we process the payroll. We give you the reports. We generate the pay slips. Email them to your employees. We give you your bank upload files. We file your SO1 for you. We give you the information for SO2. So you don't have to worry about payroll. We'll take care of it. And of course, our other solution, BizPay Central. Now, BizPay Central was initially designed for small and micro businesses. It's online, totally online. You don't need a server. You don't need anybody to install the software. All you need is a computer and an internet connection, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about backing up your data. You don't have to worry about system downtime. BizPay Central is for you. So initially when we launched BizPay Central, which was way back in 2001, our mandate was to keep it simple. We wanted people to be able to start using a system quickly. You subscribe, you get online, you start using it. You don't have to go through days of training. You don't have to install anything. Subscribe and go. So we kept it simple on purpose. The back-end information, the reference data, MC Systems would manage that for you. So we have to remember though that that was 17 years ago. Not where we are today in terms of technology and tech savvy ability of our users. Back in 2001, there were no smartphones, there were no tablets. The latest technology in cell phones at that time was the analog 1-inch screen, pull up your antenna to talk, Motorola startup. So that's what we have to contend with. Nowadays, everybody has a smartphone. So our users are more tech savvy, so we're putting more control in your hands. Everything that was done on the back end by MC Systems, you can now do it. So in summary of our solutions, we have online, BizPay Enterprise, BizPay Central, on-premise, BizPay Enterprise, and outsourced, which is our payroll bureau. So, in essence, we have totally redesigned BizPay Central from the ground up. It is not adding on to what was there. It's using new technology, adding more features to our online platform that allows small businesses to use a system that big businesses normally use. So if you will get on the site, when you get on the site, you will notice that it has been totally redesigned. It's a fresh, new, modern look. We have now allowed you to manage several payrolls from one account. And the system supports all of the payroll frequencies, monthly, bi-monthly, fortnightly, weekly. and you are allowed to maintain your own company information. So the only thing that MC Systems will do for you still is update the tax credit. So again, our BizPay Central users wouldn't necessarily know about all the details of when the tax credit changed and what it was, because that's being managed in the background by MC Systems. All right. So this is the new BizPay Central. Fresh, clean look. And as I mentioned earlier, if you click on the company name in the top left, then you will see all the payrolls that are associated with your account. So switching between payrolls is that easy as clicking on the payroll, clicking on the payroll under the relevant company. Now we can go to employee data. So we spent a lot of time on the redesign of this, and a lot of the time was spent actually gathering information from payroll users like yourself. So we want to make data entry simpler, so everything relating to an employee is now found on one screen. There are just separate tabs. Payments and deductions. So adding a new payment or deduction. It's just as simple as clicking on payroll entry, selecting the relevant category, entering the amount, and clicking save. Another one of the things that we have done, if you can go into one of the standard payments, is overrides are now on the same screen as the payment and deduction. So you don't have to go to a different screen to see and wonder what the override was, if any existed. Everything is all in one place. Employer contributions, statutory overrides, and variable payments. Now, variable payments, what we have also done is change variable payments from hourly only to task-based. So organizations that don't pay based on hours worked but based on tasks, and these are usually manufacturing or farming organizations, you can now use variable payments to specify how many of those tasks your employees worked on, and the payments are calculated for you. Pay slips are also accessible straight from the employee screen. All of the pay slips related to this employee will be shown on this screen. And as you will see, we have also added emailing of pay slips to BizPay Central. Again, big business features for small businesses. All right, on the back end, on the screen, this is where you can manage your reference data. So the payroll codes, job titles, categories, it's all up to you now. The power is in your hands. No more emails to MC Systems. You can go in and do it yourself. Running the payroll remains the same. You have your two options. If the employee's net pay doesn't fully cover their deductions, you can let it cover as much as possible, or you can give the employee an advance. Right, so your payroll is run. All of your changes are now saved. You can click right here to go straight to reports, which is your next step, and generate any of your standard reports. So in a nutshell, that is what our new BizPay Central looks like. And BizPay Central is really no longer just for small businesses. Any business that pays employees a regular salary can actually use BizPay Central. So employees that are paid hourly, or you have a lot of workers that their pay is based on the amount of hours that they work. You probably would not want to use BizPay Central, but if you have standard salaries every month, every fortnight, no matter the number of employees, BizPay Central is for you. All right, so MC Systems, as I said earlier, making technology for you. Now, you would have heard about David earlier. You heard his scenario, where that's a scenario that a lot of us are in. Sometimes when school fees are to be paid, we don't actually have the funds. So we at MC Systems have developed technology that we know will solve this problem. And you're about to learn a bit more about that technology. I'll ask our artificial intelligence to just kick in and tell you a little more about that.
Morning. Thank you for the introduction, Nikita. Here we go. All right, so today we're going to go through, you're going to rethink what payroll tech can do for your organization as well as your people. BizPay Cash is the product that will do this for you. So everyone has heard of payday loans. So using our payroll technology, we've created some sort of a payroll loan. Using the information that's already available within the payroll application, we're able to make the whole loan process easier and more automated. Earlier, my colleague spoke about three main principles that are more prominent inside of the payroll scene. We talk about automation, analytics, as well as mobility. BizPay Cash, the product we're going to demonstrate this evening, or this morning, is the embodiment of all these principles. You will see how we are able to use these three principles to make the loan process easy. And the best part of it is that we made an app for it. So BizPay Cash is a platform that allows employees to request loans. It leverages the information from the payroll in order to automatically analyze the information of the employee and also distribute and approve and distribute different loan requests, all instant and near time frame. All right. So using the application that you can get from the App Store, you're able to request a loan, get instant approval, and near instant disbursement of the funds. We all know that from time to time, you may have an emergency that comes up, that you need some cash on hand, and you may not be able to, you don't have the time, or you don't like the inconvenience of having to carry in different documents, wait a long approval time, and then there's the administrative headache of an employer handling those different requests coming in. BizPay Cash tries to automate all of that, simplify the whole process. So what exactly do you need, or what does an employer need to do in order to sign on to BizPay Cash? It's pretty simple. So once an employer is on either BizPay Central or BizPay Enterprise, and they are about signed on to use the BizPay Cash platform, an employer or employee, all they have to do is download an application available on the Play Store. When they're registering, all they need to do is put in the employer registration number or ID, their TRN, as well as their mobile phone number. We'll do everything else for them. We'll go into the payroll, find all the required information, that's their email address, their personal information, contact information, create a profile for them, and then send them just a welcome email for them to set their password and then continue with the process. Once they actually set their password, they can request a loan instantly. There is no waiting period, there's no approval. Once your employer is on the BizPay Cash platform, any employee within the organization is able to sign up for this service. So once the password is set, all they need to do is go back to the app with their work email or whatever email is on system for them and put in the password that they had entered during the registration. And simple as that, you get in. So you're presented with the request loan, the loan request page. We're able to indicate the amount that you'd like to request. You're also able to indicate from some of the loan products the duration of the repayment. And once you've actually made the request, you will get a notification on your mobile device whether you're approved or denied. If you're approved, the funds will be directly transferred to the account that we have on file within the payroll system, near instantaneously. So from registration to requesting a loan to actually getting funds within your account, it can all be done within 5 minutes. Anytime you need it, 24/7, any day of the week, it's always available for your employees. So once someone's actually requested a loan, everything in terms of the loan repayment is automated for you. BizPay is smart enough to know when an employee has requested a loan and actually been approved for a loan. So the schedule of the repayments will automatically be taken out of the employee's payslip. So they'll see the actual payment coming out of their payslip for the duration of the loan. There's nothing else that the employer themselves have to do. Once you sign up for BizPay Cash and you're on the platform, everything is automated. All the reports that you need in terms of who got the loan, etc., etc., there's no work for you. We try to do everything. So you can see how it's the embodiment of the automation, where we're automating a lot of these processes. The analytics in terms of using the payroll information instead of requiring employees to bring in additional documentation and other required information to actually approve these loans, and the mobility in terms of allowing employees to access this service anywhere at their own convenience. So let's get back to Karen. We can see with this application, it would have made our situation way more easier. To have cash available to you instantly, anywhere, anytime that you need it, it's a really empowering feeling for some of the employees. So as you've seen in the application, BizPay Cash is an application that you won't see anywhere else in Jamaica. It is the only application where you can request a loan, get approval, and have instant disbursement all at the same time. No need for extra documentation, waiting period, or anything. So that's BizPay Cash. So, Chad?
Here he is again.
Thank you, Kyle, thank you. All right, 2 things to point out about that demonstration. First, on the screen it said get up to 4,500. That was for the demo. In real life, it will be up to your employer how much you get up to. We expect that to be 30,000, 50,000. If you're like MC Systems, it's 100,000. Right, Mr. Russell? As of today. So, the second thing to point out, BizPay Cash is a loan product. It's an app that allows you to get a loan, and that loan is coming through your employer, and it's based on your payment, your salary. So the system is using data from BizPay. So the application will know whether you can pay back that loan. So your company may give you up to 30,000, but based on your pay, you may only be able to afford 10,000. So the application won't let you pass 10,000. The second thing to point out to Angela and Adrian is that this was money for you. It's not a loan, you don't have to pay it back. In real life you would, but for this purpose it's a gift. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you realize what has just happened. Up to today, you who are in this room, the persons who process payroll, were the only persons in your company that cared about what system you use. Your employees didn't care. They care about getting their pay on time, and they care about getting the right amount of pay. Well, the second point, not the right amount, not less than they should.
Let's make him welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Dwayne Russell.
What an exciting product. Built by Jamaicans. For Jamaica and the rest of the world. BizPay Cash. You have just experienced a platform that is meant to make your lives easier and also the lives of your employees. I spoke about the fact that MC Systems will be focusing on not only bringing features and functionalities to administrators of payroll, but also to employees of companies. Most of us can relate to a request at 10 minutes to 5 for a payroll loan for an employee that may be in an uncomfortable situation. It's really a task, an administrative task, to expect the payroll officer to document this request, approve this request after checking. In some companies, submit to finance, beg finance to pay, and hope and pray that payment is made in a timely manner. Because it is you that the employee is coming to for this request. We have taken into consideration building technology that embraces us, the people. We not only want to ensure that people are paid on time, but we want to ensure that there's some empathy in what we deliver with our platform. Not only is BizPay Cash convenient, it's a very, very attractive rate. It's a fee, a one-time fee, a one-time access fee. We want you to be there for your employees all the time, 24/7. And that's the thought behind BizPay Cash. It's extremely innovative, was wrapped around people, your people. It leverages what you're already doing, which is paying people. No longer will your employees need to take time off work or to make those requests outside of a time that's not convenient for you. Through MC Systems, you can provide this facility to your employees. But here's another spin on it. If you do not want to finance this payroll loan, guess who is ready to partner with you to do so? MC Systems, your technology partner. We're here to partner with you to ensure that we deliver innovative solutions that your people can relate to. You think that will boost staff morale? You think that will ensure that employees are extremely engaged in what you do as a company? Do you think that's scary? What do you think? Is it exciting? I'm hoping that you would take back to your company, discuss with your employees what we have just displayed to you.